Let's see the word problems. Question number 3. Find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182. Listen, here a situation is given. We want to change this situation into quadratic equations and then find its roots. Listen, our question is find two numbers whose sum and product is given. Sum is 27 and product is 182. So let us consider the numbers as x and 27 minus x. Because sum of two numbers is 27, that is given. If one of the number is x, then next number is 27 minus x. So these are the numbers x and 27 minus x. Now product is given. Product of these two numbers is 182. That is x into 27 minus x is equal to 182. Now open the bracket. X into 27, 27x. X into minus x square equal to 182. Now take all these terms to right side. So this becomes 182 minus 27x plus x square equal to 0, or x square minus 27x plus 182 equal to 0. So this is our quadratic equation. Now we want to see what are the roots of this equation. Okay. To find the roots of the equation, we are using middle term splitting method. Listen, here the product is 182 and sum is minus 27. So select any two numbers whose product is 182 and sum is minus 27. So that the numbers are minus 13 and minus 14. Let's split the middle term minus 27x as, listen, x square minus 13x minus 14x plus 182 equal to 0. Now associate these two terms together and take the common factor. Here x is common, so take it outside, remaining x minus 13. Okay. Here take minus 14 outside. So this becomes x minus 13 equal to 0. Now see the bracketed expression. So write it x minus 13. Then the remaining factor is x minus 14 equal to 0. So we have two factors. Now equate each factor to 0. That is x minus 13 equal to 0 and x minus 14 equal to 0. If x minus 13 equal to 0, then x equal to 13. If x minus 14 equal to 0 means x equal to 14. So x equal to 13 and x equal to 14. These are the roots. We took the numbers as x and 27 minus x. These are our numbers. When x equal to 13, the next number becomes 27 minus 13, that is 14. If x equal to 14, then the next number is 27 minus 14, that is 13. Anyway, the numbers are 13 and 14 whose sum is 27 and product is 182. Okay. Next question, question number 4. Find two consecutive positive integers, sum of whose squares is 365. Okay. So we have to find two consecutive positive integers. So let us take the integers as first integer x, and so the next integer is x plus 1. So these are the two consecutive positive integers. Now it is given sum of whose squares is 365. That is squares of these numbers x square and x plus 1 the whole square. Now sum of these squares, that is x square plus x plus 1 the whole square is given, that is equal to 365. Now simplify this expression. X square plus x plus 1 whole square can be written as x square plus 2x plus 1 by using the identity a plus b the whole square. Okay, equal to 365. Now add the like terms x square plus x square. X square plus x square gives 2x square. 2x square plus 2x plus 1 equal to 365. Now take this 365 to left side. So this is 2x square plus 2x plus 1 minus 365 equal to 0. Now listen, what is 1 minus 365? That is minus 364 equal to 0. Now here 2 is common. So cancelling 2 from here, we get x square plus x minus 182 equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. We want to solve this equation by middle term splitting method. Here this x can be written as, listen, x square plus 14x minus 13x minus 182 equal to 0, because product of these two numbers is minus 182 and sum of these two numbers is 1. Now consider these two terms together and take the common factor. Here the common factor is x. So x into x plus 14. Here 13 minus 13 is common. So take it outside. So remaining x plus 14 equal to 0. If you multiply this x with this bracketed expression and minus 13 with this bracketed expression, you can see it is same as this one, x square plus 14x minus 13x minus 182. Okay. Here the bracketed expression is common. So x plus 14 into remaining factor is x minus 13 equal to 0. Now equate each factor to 0. X plus 14 equal to 0 implies x equal to minus 14 and x minus 13 equal to 0 implies x equal to 13. So we have two values for x. One is minus 14 and next one is 13. Here minus 14 can be rejected. What is the reason? Because we consider the x as positive integers. So negative sign is not possible. So that the only x value is x equal to 13. Okay. So when x equal to 13, the next or consecutive positive integer becomes 14. Therefore, our required consecutive positive integers are 13 and 14. Okay. Next question, question number 5. The altitude of a right triangle is 7 centimeter less than its base. If the hypotenuse is 13 centimeter, find the other two sides. See in the question, it is given the altitude of a right angle triangle. So this is altitude. Altitude of a right angle triangle is 7 centimeter less than its base. If we take base as x, then the length of altitude becomes x minus 7, because altitude is 7 centimeter less than its base. Okay. If the hypotenuse is 13 centimeter, our question is find the other two sides. So hypotenuse, base, altitude. So we can apply Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? Base square plus altitude square is equal to hypotenuse square. Okay. So what is base here? X. So x square plus altitude is x minus 7. So x minus 7 whole square equal to hypotenuse square, that is 13 square. This can be written as x square plus, using the identity a minus b the whole square, we can write x minus 7 the whole square equal to x square minus 14x plus 49 equal to 13 square. 13 square is 169. Now x square plus x square is 2x square minus 14x plus 49. Take this 169 to left side. So this is minus 169 equal to 0. This can be written as 2x square minus 14x. Listen, plus 49 minus 169. This is equal to minus 120 equal to 0. Now all the three term carries 2 as common. So we can cancel 2. We get x square minus 7x minus 60 is equal to 0. Now here product is minus 60. Sum is minus 7. So select two numbers whose product is minus 60 and sum is negative 7. That is, the numbers are 5 and minus 12. Using these numbers 5 minus 12, split the middle term. X square plus 7x, minus 7x as plus 5x minus 12x minus 60 equal to 0. Now associate these two terms together and take the common factor. We get x into x plus 5 minus 12 into x plus 5 equal to 0, or x plus 5 into x minus 12 equal to 0. Now equate each factor to 0. We get x plus 5 equal to 0 implies x equal to minus 5. X minus 12 equal to 0 implies x equal to 12. So x equal to minus 5 and x equal to 12. Here negative value is not possible because x is our base. Length is always positive. So we can accept the value x equal to 12. That is, base equal to 12. When base equal to 12, what is altitude? Altitude is what is given 7 centimeter less than its base. That is 12 minus 7. 12 minus 7 is 5. So base equal to 12 and altitude equal to 5. Okay.
Next one, question number 6. A cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day. It was observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article in rupees was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. Listen, if the total cost of production on the day was rupees 90, then find the number of articles produced and the cost of each article.
Students, let us take the number of articles produced equal to x, and it is given that cost of each article, that is given cost of each article is 3 more than, that is plus 3. 3 more than twice the number of articles. So 2x plus 3. So number of article is x and cost of each article is 2x plus 3. Now total cost is given. Total cost is 90 rupees. So there are x number of articles and cost of each article is 2x plus 3. And therefore we can write x into 2x plus 3 gives 90. Now open the bracket. X into 2x, 2x square. x into 3, 3x equal to 90. This can be rewritten as 2x square plus 3x minus 90 equal to 0. By Middleton splitting method, 3x can be written as, listen, plus 15x minus 12x minus 90 equal to 0. Because product of the numbers 15 and minus 12 gives minus 90. And sum of the numbers minus 12 plus 15 gives 3. From the first two terms, take the common factor x outside. So x into 2x plus 15. Here minus 12x minus 90. From here we can take minus 6 as common. So remaining x minus 2x plus 15 equal to 0. So 2x plus 15 into x minus 6 equal to 0, and equate each factor to 0. We get 2x plus 15 equal to 0 implies 2x equal to minus 15 or x equal to minus 15 by 2. X minus 6 equal to 0 implies x equal to 6. Here negative value is not possible because x is the number of articles. So let us take x equal to 6. Number of articles is equal to 6. And also we want to find what is the cost of each article. Cost is given 2x plus 3. That is 2 into 6 plus 3 gives 15. So rupees 15 is the cost of each article produced. Okay. So that's about our exercise 4.2. So write and study all the questions belongs to the exercise 4.2 by factorization method. Okay. So thank you all. Have a nice day.